You're all like chickens right now. Relax.
Look, nah, they're all shouting. Nothing's coming out.
Hell's Kitchen is supposed to test who's the best chef under pressure.
Where's the lamb?
Lamb chef, I knew that I would be able to make a difference on the blue team.
Everyone plays by the same rules.
Because each of you will be creating your own special dish using one or more of the beers.
But some chefs decided the rules didn't apply to them. Today I'm exposing every chef who tried to cheat Gordon Ramsay and got absolutely destroyed.
Hey, wake up!
From hiding ingredients to straight up sabotage, these chefs thought they were clever. But Gordon caught every single one. And what happened to the last chef? He had a complete meltdown and stormed off the show forever.
In plain English, the first nominee and why he's nominated.
Ben's Perro Bottle Heist. In Season 5, Episode 8, Chef Ben Walanka was competing in the Taste Test Challenge. The rules were simple. Recreate Gordon's fish stew using only your taste buds. Every chef had equal access to all ingredients in the pantry. Ben tasted Gordon's dish and immediately identified the
Chef
Perro,
Ramsay's dish, the first thing I tasted was Perro.
a key alcohol that would make or break this challenge. This was his moment to shine. But Ben had other plans. The moment he spotted that Perro bottle, he made a calculated decision. Instead of just using what he needed, Ben grabbed the entire bottle and hid it behind his station. He thought no one was watching. He thought he was being clever. But here's what Ben didn't know. There are cameras everywhere, and Gordon Ramsay has been running kitchens for over 30 years. As the clock ticked down, the other chefs scrambled through the pantry looking for Perro.
It was just our chance to step up and show Chef Ramsay that we are worth the shit around here.
They knew they needed it,
You know, Carol just got freaked out and scared and she just lost it.
but couldn't find it anywhere. Ben watched them struggle while secretly congratulating himself.
Let's go, three-man station, let's go! Chef Hot Pan, Dory Garner.
Meanwhile, Ben was confidently building his dish, thinking he had guaranteed himself a win. The other chefs were getting desperate, some even asking each other if anyone had seen the Perro. Therefore, Ben thought he had this challenge locked up. But Gordon was watching everything unfold, and his BS detector was going off. Gordon walked straight over to Ben's station and delivered one of the most satisfying call-outs in Hell's Kitchen history.
Ben, your alcohol is community property, yes?
Yes, I just was...
Yeah, I don't care, you shellfish bastard.
No.
Yeah.
Ben, your alcohol is community property. Ben tried to play dumb, but Gordon wasn't having it. Even Ben's own teammate was disgusted by what he'd done.
I was shocked by that. I could have played that caddy game, but I decided that that wasn't the noble route to go.
And here's the beautiful karma. Despite all that cheating, Ben still lost the challenge. Trust me, as someone who's watched every episode multiple times, this moment never gets old. But Ben wasn't the only chef who thought he could outsmart the system.
It's about overcoming obstacles. It's about pushing through the shit and making it happen. I want to just put war paint on my face and go running through Los Angeles right now.
Tiffany from Season 10 tried to pull off one of the most obvious cover-ups in Hell's Kitchen history. Tiffany's burnt pizza disaster. Tiffany Nagel was working the pizza station during a packed dinner service in Season 10, Episode 4. The pressure was intense, tickets were flying in, and she was already struggling to keep up. Pizza seems simple, right? But in Hell's Kitchen, even the simplest dishes can destroy your dreams if you mess them up. But Tiffany completely burnt a pizza. I'm talking charcoal black. Inedible, disaster-level burnt. Any normal person would start over, but Tiffany had a different plan. She thought she could flip it upside down and serve it to paying customers in a Gordon Ramsay restaurant.
I really don't like kids at all.
Tiffany carefully flipped the pizza, trying to hide the burnt side underneath. She was actually going to send this disaster to a table full of customers who paid good money for a Hell's Kitchen experience. Therefore, she thought she could fool Gordon Ramsay, a chef who's been in professional kitchens since before she was born.
Burnt with bits of shit in there. What is going on?
The audacity is actually impressive.
The more I wonder why she's a chef.
Gordon took one look at that pizza, flipped it right back over, and delivered a reality check that still makes me cringe. What is this? Charcoal. The look on Tiffany's face was priceless. She knew she was caught red-handed. Here's some insider tea. Tiffany later admitted in interviews that she was having a full panic attack and wasn't thinking clearly. The pressure of Hell's Kitchen breaks people. While Tiffany's cheating was just desperate, this next chef took it to a whole different level with actual sabotage. Joseph's sabotage attempt? Joseph Tinnerly from Season 6 was already showing signs of instability.
What do you want me to What do you want me to say? They know who they We chose as a group, and they stood out and they said they belong there.
The guy had anger issues, couldn't handle criticism, and was constantly butting heads with everyone.
He was in the weeds before it even started. He looked like he was gonna wet himself. We'll do anything we have to do to make sure we work as a team.
But what most viewers don't know is that Joseph tried to sabotage the opposing team's ingredients during prep time in episode 5. But instead of focusing on his own cooking, Joseph decided to mess with the blue team's ingredients when he was on the red team. This wasn't just cheating, this was straight up sabotage. Multiple chefs saw him tampering with their ingredients and immediately reported it. Therefore, Joseph had created enemies on both teams. The producers knew he was mentally unstable, but kept him around for the drama. This sabotage attempt wasn't fully shown because it happened during prep, but cast members confirmed it in post-show interviews. Joseph was spiraling, and everyone could see it. Joseph's cheating mentality was just a preview of his legendary meltdown.
Fuck that shit, dog. I ain't here for that. You want a fucking jacket? You want to talk some shit? Let's go step outside, motherfucker. I ain't here for that, dog.
When Gordon called him out later that episode, Joseph completely lost it, got in Gordon's face, and stormed off the show forever. The cheating, the sabotage, the meltdown, it was all connected. Joseph couldn't handle playing fair, so he imploded. But if you think Joseph was bad, wait until you hear about the chef who lied about medical conditions to avoid cooking certain dishes. Robin's allergy lie. Robin Almodovar made it to the black jacket phase of season 10, which means she was supposedly one of the best chefs left. But during a crucial challenge in episode 12, she pulled a move that could have had serious legal consequences.
If he's not ready, he's gonna yell at me. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
But when faced with ingredients she didn't want to cook with, Robin claimed she was allergic to them. Food allergies are taken extremely seriously in professional kitchens for legal reasons. Therefore, production had to verify her medical records and check with their medical staff. But here's where it gets interesting. Gordon remembered that Robin had cooked with those exact same ingredients earlier in the season. The producers had to do a full investigation because lying about food allergies in a professional kitchen can result in lawsuits if someone gets hurt. When Gordon confronted her with the evidence, Robin couldn't explain why she was suddenly allergic to ingredients she'd been cooking with for weeks.
I'm about to walk my happy ass up to table 64 and tell him, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have your beef.
It was one of the most pathetic attempts at cheating ever caught on camera.
Actually, the men have any more meat? How many do you need? I need 2 more beef, guys.
But the most notorious cheater in Hell's Kitchen history wasn't just a one-time offender. This chef made cheating her entire strategy. Elise's pattern of deception. Elise Wims from season 9 didn't just cheat once, she made it her entire game plan.
It's frustrating to me because I'm really sick at this point of babysitting people.
Throughout the season, Elise constantly looked at other chefs' work, copied their techniques, and stole their recipes. But here's the insider tea that most viewers don't know. Elise is still hated by her castmates to this day.
You need to yell at me. I'm already getting yelled at by the chef. Why the fuck are you yelling at me? Let me cook the goddamn food.
At reunion shows, other chefs refused to sit near her. She was that toxic, but Elise thought she was smarter than everyone else. She would wait for other chefs to figure out techniques, then copy them exactly. She never came up with original ideas. She just stole everyone else's work and claimed it as her own. Gordon called her out multiple times for borrowing ideas, but Elise always had an excuse. Therefore, she kept getting away with it, which made her more bold and more obvious about her cheating. The other contestants were getting fed up. They'd spend time perfecting a technique, and Elise would just copy it 5 minutes later. But the producers loved her because she created constant conflict and drama. Therefore, they kept her around longer than she deserved. The editors had endless footage of Elise being toxic, stealing ideas, and starting fights. She was reality TV gold, even though she was a terrible person. Here's what's crazy. Even after the show ended, Elise continued to be problematic. She's been involved in multiple social media controversies and has burned bridges with almost everyone from her season.
Shut up for 5 seconds!
When Elise was finally eliminated, you could see the relief on everyone's faces. Gordon had finally had enough of her stealing, copying, and toxic behavior. But the real karma came after the show. While other contestants went on to successful careers and remained friends, Elise became a cautionary tale. Her reputation in the culinary world was destroyed by her own behavior. The lesson? Cheating might get you short-term gains, but it will destroy your reputation forever. In the restaurant industry, word travels fast, and nobody wants to work with someone they can't trust. Elise thought she was playing the game, but the game played her. Now that you've seen how these chefs tried to cheat their way to victory, you need to know about the chefs who lied about their experience and got absolutely destroyed when Gordon found out. In this video, I reveal the most shocking lies chefs told about their backgrounds, and Gordon's savage reactions will leave you speechless. Trust me, you won't believe what some of these people claim they could do. We are committed to releasing 2 videos a week. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell icon to not miss the next video.